kept a ledger in my mind of days that came and went, gold stars for every climb, for every bill I spent. I chased the thunder down, I wore a winner's smile, but glory fades to quiet towns, and mile melts into mile. I held the bright tomorrow like a lantern in the rain, but every door I opened led me home and back again. So what was all this running for, this stair of sweat and time? A name upon a closing door, a briefly brighter shine. If breath is just a borrowed spark that flickers for a while, then life is not the finish line, it's mile by living mile. I loved and lost and loved again, some letters never sent, a photograph with folded edge, a promise softly bent. The trophies gathered dust, the garden kept the dew, and kindness when it cost me most was wealth I never knew. The clocks kept faithful rhythm, but the meaning walked beside, in coffee, steam, and bedside hymns, in hands I held at night. So what was all this running for, this stair of sweat and time? A name upon a closing door, a briefly brighter shine. If breath is just a borrowed spark that flickers for a while, then life is not the finish line, it's mile by living mile. I learned the quiet art of staying, of listening more than I could say. The heart keeps time without our praying. It beats, then bows, then walks away. And in the mirror's patient silver, I meet the child behind the eyes. He whispers, go a little gentler and let the ordinary rise. Now twilight paints the porch in blue, the kettle starts to sing. I count the moments, not the winds, and hear the sparrow's wings. If anyone should ask me what the striving all was for, to walk with wonder hand in hand and want a little more. Not more of crowns or crowded rooms, not louder praise or style, but more of mornings warm and true, of laughter's honest trial. If breath is just a borrowed spark that lights our mortal while, then bless the road, the dust, the dark, this life, a tender mile. I close the book and leave it open, for every step a softer smile. The question answers as I'm going, a journey mile by mile.